Hi everyone, welcome to day 11 of the best advice I ever got. So today we're learning on go where God calls you. He wants you more than your money. Go where God calls you. He wants you more than your money. I had just finished directing the turnaround of a major division of the multi-billionaire dollar company I was working for, and the CEO asked me to take on another similar assignment. At the same time, I was invited to leave that company and lead a ministry-related for-profit company. Although the new opportunity was smaller than my prior assignment and the pay was substantially less, I sensed an urging from God to consider it. As I prayed, I also consulted two trusted friends, my former minister and good friend, and a vice president of a major automotive company, who was also a good friend. I told them of the opportunity that it will mean much more lower compensation and significantly reduce my ability to give to God's work. These Christian men both had the same advice. Go where God calls you. He wants you more than your money. Go where God calls you. He wants you more than your money. By accepting God's call, I was instrumental in another turnaround. The effort was not without challenge, but a valuable company was able to have a positive impact on the culture of the world. James Burke, business executive. 1 Samuel 15:2. To obey is better than sacrifice. Psalm 143:10. Teach me to do your will, for you are my God. Let your good spirit lead me on a level path. Philippians 2:13. It is God who is at work in you, enabling you both to will and to work for his good pleasure. 1 John 2:17. The work and its desires pass away. The man who does the will of God lives forever. Jim Brick worked with Dearborn Machinery Movers, Clark Equipment Company, Brunswick Corporation, and Ford Motor Company before thinking the aim at Zondervan in 1984. A savvy financial mind, he helped the publishing company rise from disarray and engineered its purchase by HarperCollins in 1988. Now retired, he served on the board of directors for four companies and consult for 2 dozen more. That is when he isn't writing and speaking on business issues and life planning. Another activity close to his heart stems from his own experience with a personal life planner. After taking extensive training, Jim now meets with men in transition one on one and help them develop personal life plans. Go where God calls you. God needs you more than your money. The best advice I ever got. If you are going to do it right. The other one was go where God calls you. He wants you more than your money. The next one here is if you are going to do it right. I heard this words many times as I work with my dad in his home redecorating business. I loved working with him because even before I became a teenager, he would let me do things generally done by adults. The only catch was if I was going to do a man's work, I had to work like a man. That meant that many times my perfectionist dad insisted that I redo projects until I got them right. To this day, I can still hear his voice advice ringing in my ears. I can still hear it. His advice ringing in my ear. I saw this attitude of excellence personified in late Dale Earnhardt when I worked for his organization. One day, a female employee was having trouble with her car, and the big E happened to pass by. Rather than call one of his mechanics, he crawled into the car himself and stayed on task until he determined the problem and fixed it. His attitude was, if you want something done right, you throw yourself completely into the situation and stay after till until you are satisfied that the undertaking has been accomplished successfully. In my whole life, whether at home, in my marriage, raising my children, at work, or in ministry, I am responsible to put forth my best efforts. Jim Coates, author, speaker, and corporate chaplain. Ecclesiastes 9:10. Whatever your hand finds to do it with all your heart. Colossians 3:23 to 24. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving. 2 Timothy 2:15. Do your best to present yourself to God as one approved, a workman who does not need to be ashamed. Jim Kurt, Is the founder and president of the Masters Men Ministry, whose mission is to help build noble men by providing a place for men to discuss men's issues and discover biblical solutions for the challenges they face. The ministry uses athletic outreach events to both entertain and introduce men to one another in the ministry. Also, men are invited to attend one of the Masters Men groups in their area where discussion, prayer, and biblical principles are sought for individual encouragement and guidance. Ordained in 1989, Jim served as the corporate chaplain for Interstate Battery Systems of America for 10 years. He then went on to direct the chaplains of Motor Racing Outreach, a ministry to motorsport professionals, where he served until 2000. The author of two books, Jim has ministered to men for more than 20 years while providing spiritual leadership to athletic professionals in a variety of sports. Go where God calls you. He wants you more than your money. If you are going to do it right. We live in a very busy world right now that everyone wants their money to work for them. Yes, it is good, but there are just some places, there are some works that you yourself have to go. You have to be there physically. You have to be present. It is God's work, and it applies to all other areas of your life. There are some things, families, there are some works, there are some places that you have to be there yourself. It doesn't mean that you have to do everything, but there are some specific places that it needs your own attention. It needs your own attention that you have to be there. And it goes in your relationship and your work with God. Yes, in your relationship and your work with God, you have to be present. Your money cannot build your relationship with God. It's your presence that does that, your fellowship with Him. So go where God calls you. He wants you more than your money. And if you're going to do anything, do it right. Excellence is non negotiable. Excellence is non negotiable. It is a very core value. Yes, it protects your integrity. Excellence makes you stand out among other outstanding. Yes, that's what excellence does. So if you're going to do it right. Do it right. Excellence keeps you at the top. It keeps you at the top. Excellence will just always bring you out among all other peoples. So you just do it right. If you know you're not going to do it right, don't do it. But as long as you know that you're going to do it right, yes, do it. And if you're doing it, excellence, 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 excellence is very important. It's very important. To see you in day 12 of the best advice I ever got. Bye. Thank you.